Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. I want to begin this analysis by asking you a very simple question, especially the supporters of William Ruto. If you know you voted for William Ruto in the last election, if you are given a second chance today, would you still vote William Ruto? Are you still as excited as you were when William Ruto was pronounced by the IEBC chairman, Wafula Chebukati, as the victor of that election? Do you still have the same jovial mood that you had when Madam Koome finally gave William Ruto a resounding victory, leaving the Zimio supporters sad? Are you still singing Si Uchawi Ni Maombi? Do you still believe that William Ruto is the ultimate leader that was given to us by God? Are you still as happy as this man here?
The fifth president of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto. Nasikia raha. This guy bana atachapa kazi. Ngojeni muone Mungu akifanya kazi.
Are you still as happy as this man? The reason I'm asking you this question is that it is not only me who is wondering whether William Ruto will be re-elected in 2027. If there is something that is causing William Ruto sleepless nights, is the idea of being rejected at the ballot box. There is a tweet that has been trending from one of the Ruto supporters. This guy is called Kimuzi. Kimuzi is or was a strong supporter of William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. On 8th August 2022, that is last year, as we were approaching the elections. This is what he tweeted. One last time before Nilale. So this was at night. Vote yellow, vote William Ruto, and witness freedom coming. May the best team win. The best team is yellow. Ruto, the fifth. That was a resounding and a conviction that William Ruto was going to be the fifth president. It is a tweet that has been structured with a lot of passion, and you can feel the love in it. And I want you to go back and imagine the mood then. It paints for you a picture. I know there are people who would want to forget, but Kimulizi advised people to vote William Samoei Ruto. Now, a lot has happened. And today, this is what Kimulizi is saying. The same man, I don't know if there's a man or a woman, but I believe it's a man. I've been following the tweets. The same man who said, vote yellow, vote William Ruto, the last one before Nilale, is saying this. Ruto is a clueless, dumb, narcissistic, psychopathic liar who thinks he is a leader, a thieving personality with a crap of a brain. His head is full of rusty ideas and he needs constant checkup. We are being led by a madman. We elected a serial cheater as a president. And he finishes with that word there. That is an insult. I don't know. But the same passion with which Kimuzi wrote or did that tweet before he slept, and of course people voted for him, William Ruto, as he had wished, is the very conviction and the very passion and the energy and the might that he's putting in this tweet, now regretting why he voted William Samoei Ruto. Do you understand why I'm asking you whether you still love William Ruto? Do you now understand where I'm coming from? Do you understand why I'm concerned whether you can still vote William Samoei Ruto? So this same guy, Kimulizi, said something, and of course it backfired on him because some people thought that this is pretense. He said, the sad thing is I am among the 20% to 20% ya Kenyan population wenye inaona tuko na shida. The other percentage ni mandazi ama maduazi ajab, clueless and as leakers ajab. Hao ndo wanafanya nchi stagnate. They don't see anything wrong. That's deeply disturbing. Hatutaki kusikia akina Ruto tena. This guy is saying that now about 18 months down the line, he is among the 20% of the population that see or realize that Ruto is a bad leader. And someone did not take it lightly. This guy told him, this guy called Lick T or something, that the rest of us saw the problem before the election. You are waking up now and assuming that it's only you and a few who are awake. Some of us have been disturbed mpaka tumechoka. So people are telling him that he should not think that he's the only person who feel that things are wrong. Some of us, like that one saying, saw it coming and they rejected William Ruto and they've made a lot of noise until they are tired now. The last one is that Ruto ni kama yule baba wa boma mtiaji wa ocha. Haizi ombwa anything, say yake ni final. Even though mafamilia ukua mbaya or shit. Sasa hajui hii ni Kenya. Anaharibu nchi. Soon the king shall be naked and the balls shall be shaved. He's just concerned. He's not telling people that Ruto is a dictator. Yeye ni kama the head of a home and you cannot tell William Ruto anything. According to Kimuzi, a staunch supporter of William Ruto, that you don't tell him anything. When you try advising William Ruto, he believes he's the alpha and omega. His word is final. And then he's saying that soon the king shall be naked. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to read more tweets. But if elections were to be called today, I believe that William Ruto will not be voted. Because people, the Kimuzi is just but a tip of an iceberg. There are people who voted William Ruto, who sang Ruto tena, Ruto, 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 still chawi ni maombi. Today, they don't want to hear anything about William Ruto. The Mama Mbogas have rejected him. The hustlers who are told that an economy will be built, a bottom-up economy that will take care of their pockets. It is not happening. In fact, life is becoming more difficult than it was during the Huru regime. Leaders who are hoodwinked in darkness, in secret meetings like Waititu, are saying, tuliambiwa tutakuwa deputy president. Everyone was deceived. In fact, kama ulidanganywa, this is the time to come out and tell us what William Ruto told you. And of course, we've seen the church coming out and saying, you used a church platform and the church supported you. Now you are committing atrocities and the government is corrupt and you're doing nothing except that you still turn the church podiums into public rallies and you campaign on them. Because anytime the Kenya Kwanza team goes anywhere, every Sunday they go for interdenominational prayers or Thanksgiving, whatever, and they take the golden opportunity, the sacred opportunity in church podiums, and they do a lot of politics. So they perpetuate what they did during the campaigns to date. People are tired. Those who voted for William Ruto are tired. We still have a few who are still driven by their tribal adrenaline. They still, look at their ethnic group. We have policemen who will beat you in the street if you go for rallies because they feel they are protecting William Ruto or Rigathi Gachagua because it is their tribe. We still have a few hustlers who are being hoodwinked. The state of economy is just bad. I don't know whether you feel it from where you are. Taking your children to school, the policies, the loans that he criticized, he's now taking more than Uhuru Kenyatta. And that is why people are very, very tired. And you know what? William Ruto has become a dictator. Just like this guy is saying, is like ule buda wa Ocha, ambaye hasikizi anybody. He does not listen to anyone. In fact, the other day he said that you should not advise me. When I applied for this job to become a president, I knew I had the solution. So according to William Ruto, he has the solution. But then, do you think William Ruto will win in the next election? It doesn't need rocket science to understand what William Ruto, the strategy that he will use. And I want us to look at a few, just three of them. Because you see, William Ruto still believes that Kenyans are gullible and they can be deceived and hoodwinked all the time. You see, he has perpetuated this narrative that the housing levy, the affordable housing, is supposed to give Kenyans, the hustlers in quotes, jobs. And it's also supposed to give those who cannot afford houses, that this is going to give them affordable, these houses that is building. And he still wants to perpetuate this lie, a class war between the rich and the poor. So he will be using that. But then recently, Raila Amolo Odinga told us, gave us a revelation that William Ruto wants to have his own IEBC and his own Supreme Court. He wants to ensure, and of course today another advertisement of job vacancies at the judiciary, the High Court judges are needed. So he will be filling the High Court judges, the Supreme Court, the Appellate Court, so that, as Raila says, Chebukati will be elevated to be the Chief Justice. You imagine Chebukati being there. If Madam Kome is the one who told us wild goose chase and hot air, what kind of language will Chebukati use? Because you can take it home that if Chebukati is there, then there's no need even going to courts. There's no need of taking a presidential case, election case in the Supreme Court. So he wants to have his own Supreme Court with people who will dance to his tune. I know he's also waiting to have his own people at the IEBC, the commissioners. That is why people like Cherera were kicked away very fast, so that he will fill those positions with people who are friendly to him. So that is one thing that is trying to do. The other thing that he will do is that he will lower the cost of living towards the tail end of his tenure. The other time when the Kenya Kwanza members of parliament told him, lamented that they're becoming unpopular on the ground, Ruto told them, don't worry, you don't have to be popular all the times, wait for the right time. And what is the right time? Towards the tail end of his tenure, maybe in 2026, he will lower down the cost of living. People will be given money because that has been the nature of our politics. And then he will tell them, I have listened to your predicaments, I have listened to your plea, and now I have decided to lower the cost of living. I have removed the taxes. And people will say, truly, Ruto is the man. And he will still use some of the M-Pesa bishops and the churches that give him platform to plant that fallacy that some people are antichrist. And I know if there is a place where people get indoctrinated to an extent that they cannot think otherwise, it's the church. So he will still use that church to ensure that he goes ahead to be sworn in as the president. The last one, there are leaders who are still being promised that they will become running mates. I know Ndindi Nyoro in that trap. Kimani Ichung'wah is in that trap. Maybe Kithure Kindiki is quiet, but he has also been promised something. Rigathi Gachagua is in that trap. We have Wetangula, you can't rule it out. He's in that trap. And Musalia Mudavadi is in that trap. So that all of them will not contemplate contesting in 2027. They will leave him to go it alone in Kenya Kwanza. So that after he's done, if at all he goes for second term, then atawacha wamenyane. The only thing that Kenyans must do is to vote the way it happened in 2002 when people were tired of Nyayo, and the way people voted in 2007. But ladies and gentlemen, people are tired of William Ruto. You voted for Kenya Kwanza. Do you still believe that we should give him time? Do you still believe that he will rebuild our economy? Do you still trust him? Please share with me in the comment section.